So it's pretty much 2 months until 2000 Trees Festival. I'm so excited. I literally love the lineup this year. If you're going to be there, let me know in the comments, but these are the bands that I am most excited to see this year. One thing I really noticed about the 2000 Trees lineup this year is just how many women and female fronted bands there are, so I'm going to try and see as many of them as possible. First up is Employed to Serve. I just think they're absolutely gonna kill it this year. For me, they're one of the most exciting metal bands in the UK right now. Justine is an absolute force of nature on vocals, and their mix of like hardcore, death metal-y, groovy vibe is just, it's just so my vibe. Terminal Sleep are one of my favourite bands at the moment. Their sound is so like violent, noisy, heavy, and just really raw. I've seen them once before and it was so good, so I would highly recommend checking them out. Spaced are another really good female fronted hardcore band. They bring in elements of like psychedelic rock and kind of garage rock elements that just make them really stand out for me. Next up is Heriot, who are on just like the biggest rise at the moment. I think they're actually headlining the Cave stage at Trees, so that's just going to go off. And I think this will probably be one of the heaviest sets of the weekend. False Reality are a band that I saw supporting Heriot earlier this year, and they're one of those newer bands that already feel like they belong on a big stage. Again, female fronted hardcore, really catchy riffs and great vocals as well. Next up is Kid Capici. I had never heard of them before, but I saw them back in March supporting You Me at 6, and I was really impressed. Their songs are so catchy, really politically charged, and I think they'll go down really well at Trees. Now this one's a real treat. So Million Dead are actually reuniting this year and playing at Trees. For anyone who doesn't know who Million Dead are, they are Frank Turner's band before he went solo. They're like kind of post-hardcore, and they're just so good. I can really see this being one of the sets of the weekend. Another one that I'm looking forward to is Grove Street. Again, I saw them supporting Heriot earlier this year and I was really impressed. One thing about me is I'm a sucker for any kind of like thrash infused hardcore, so they just scratch that itch for me. Oversize are another band I'm excited for. They're kind of like dreamy shoegaze indie rock vibe. I'm loving their latest album that came out a few months ago, I think. Again, I just think they'll fit really nicely on the Trees lineup. The headliners this year are Alexis on Fire, Coheed and Cambria, Paris, Kneecap, and Taking Back Sunday, and I think I'm going to try and catch a bit of all of them if I can. Alexis on Fire, obviously just like post-hardcore legends, so I'll definitely won't be missing that. Kneecap is going to be chaos in the best way, so I want to be down the front for that one. Coheed and Cambria put on a really amazing live show, and they're one of my boyfriend's favourite bands. And I've seen Paris live before, and I was really blown away by Lynn's vocals. That's all I've got so far. If I haven't mentioned any bands that you think should be on my radar, please do let me know, because I just want to spend the whole weekend standing in front of a stage listening to some amazing music.